Hello everyone and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. This is a message that I'm wanting to send out to everyone, and in relation to this pandemic of the coronavirus, I'm wanting to send you out a message of love, a message of camaraderie, and a message of faith. We need to keep the faith. We need to keep doing what we're told to do by the experts, of course, so that we can try and contain this virus. My condolences to those people that have lost loved ones, family members, friends. My condolences to those, mostly in the country of Italy, of course, which was the most hit. I do hope that this terrible virus, this terrible epidemic is contained as soon as possible with the help of God and with the help of the experts. So as I said, we need to listen to what they tell us. Let's not take it too lightly, as it is serious, but it is in our hands. And of course, we need to keep the faith, as I said, that we can overcome this. We know that astrologically speaking, we're moving through a very difficult season. I do believe that the next couple of weeks are going to be very, very important, and it's got a lot to do with what we do. It's got a lot to do with our next trajectory, where we're heading, and especially, that we have to think before we act. And of course, let's not over panic. We know that panic is the worst thing that we can do, but listening to the experts is the most important thing, and let's not take chances. So I'm sending my prayers out to all of you. As I said, we've got a saying in Greek which says, your faith saved you. So let's especially keep the faith at this time, as it's very important. Let's keep our spirits as high as possible. And these positive vibes that we will send out to the divine, to the universe, and to others should help. It will be received, no doubt. As we always say, a positive mind leads to a healthy body. A healthy mind leads to a healthy body. Whichever way you look at it, that's what we have to do right now. So again, I will leave you with this message. I did have to say something about it because it's not something that we can sweep under the carpet. Okay, so let's see what your messages are for this time. As I said, if we need to stay indoors, which is very important now, and keep the contact with others to a minimal, that is the safest thing that we can do. All right, let's look at your cards and see what's going on at this point. Again, my love to all of you and blessings. Do stay strong. Do stay healthy. Let's go on to the readings. Hello, dear Gemini. Hello, hello. Let's look at what's happening with you. I'm taking the Druid Craft Tarot deck for your main message. These are just major arcanas. I want to see what the divine has in store for you. Okay, let's see for Gemini, please, Spirit. And we have Justice. Justice can mean legalities. It can mean Libra. Justice is also a number 11. It can mean newness, walking through a new doorway. For those of you that are dealing with legalities, know that there will be fairness. You will be balancing out your life in whatever you're dealing with at this time. Now, Justice, again, Libra can speak of relationships of any types. And it can also speak of the justice system where the scales are being balanced. Now, I know Gemini's been through a lot. So let's see what else we have for you, dear Gemini. We have the Three of Swords. There we go. So there has been heartbreak. Someone's been heartbroken nevertheless. Now, this could be you. This was a fork in the road. This was a disappointment. Maybe you were in a relationship with another external person getting into your business. Doesn't have to be a love triangle. It could be others that are piercing through into your relationship of, relationships of any sort. So this can mean 3 people in a situation. Let's see what else. We've got the 6 of Swords, which is an amazing card to see after the 3 of Swords. Moving away from that. Some of you may be planning to move over water. This doesn't have to be a literal move, as now moves can be quite difficult with this silly pandemic that's happening, this historical pandemic. So this could be planning for the future, but this could mean also your perception. You're leaving heartbreak behind. You're moving into justice, I would say. And we've got another 3 here, 3 of Pentacles. Pentacles are all about something real, something tangible, physical. This could even be disappointments where work is concerned. You are balancing out your scales. 3 can speak of expansion and growth. Maybe you've had some disappointments in the past. Now your perception is opening up with Mercury, your ruling planet, moving direct. Know that you're going to come out of that confusion of imbalance. I'm going to say that you're going to balance out your life. Now, for those of you that have been in a, corporation, let's say, in a collaboration where you've been working with 2 more people, one person may be leaving the scene, okay? And also with the 3 of Pentacles, just as an energy, even though it does show 3 people, this could also mean that for those of you that have been doing work, working with others, you may be moving into a situation where you're going to do the work on your own because you are holding the fort here. You are being noticed for your talents. So for those of you that have been doing the work and not being acknowledged for that, then again, this is change here. This could also be the disappointment of your collaboration in the past will now be noticed that times are changing for you as well. We could take it like that as well. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got the Hermit. You've done your homework. You've done, the work that you needed to do. You've seen the light. We know that the Hermit is someone who can be a guru. They've done all that, they've connected to source. They've seen the truth. They've done all that nitpicking work that Virgo does. This is the Hermit, and the Hermit is Virgo. Now, this could be a doctor, of course, for those of you that have had health issues as well. It looks like that's going to clear up because you found someone that was very, very good, someone that was the guiding light for you, and in your life, someone has come up with the medicine, the plan. Let's say we do have the Hermit, and after the Hermit comes the Wheel of Fortune. So you're one step before completing this cycle. I'm going to say we do have the World card here as well, and the World does speak of, we're completing a cycle. Okay, so for those of you that have had any legal issues, again, the Hermit could also be someone that is very wise, someone that is very experienced, and they will help get you out of this situation. Okay, and we know that justice, again, as I said, 11 is very calming. Whatever situation you've been in, dear Gemini, you are moving away from that. Justice is here, which is very, very important. And of course, the World card is a very important card, as it means this is the end of a cycle. And we do have Venus here, which is, in a sense, she does speak of, we know Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Libra is partnerships and harmony. And we know that Taurus is the physical body as well as the house of income. Okay, the house of values as well as comforts. So we know that Venus is ready to be rebirthed here. Okay, and she is very safe in her bubble here. She will be reborn. The Hermit is a spiritual leader, someone that is in your life. This is your guiding light. And we know with the Emperor here, this is all about restrictions. So this is the end of the Saturnian restrictions in a way, I'm going to say, for Gemini. Let's take more cards, dear Gemini, and see with the Witch's Tarot, what is this Three of Swords all about? And we know that with the Church here in the Three of Pentacles, it does speak of faith. You are keeping the faith. This is the time of Lent for many people. So it is a very important time where Spirit is concerned, and with all this pandemic happening in the world, we know that the next couple of weeks are going to be a very important time. Let's see what's going on for you, dear Gemini, with the Three of Swords. And we have the Strength card. So the spirit and the strength of the mind will bring healing to the body, as well as that, you know, a healthy way of living, again, will also bring health to the mind. So these two things work together. You need to trust in the power that we have as a human species. Now, this is also the card of Leo. Okay, so Leo does deal with children. It deals with your creative pursuits, also true love. And we know that the Strength card does speak very much of trust, trusting in the abilities to overcome this disappointment, whatever this is. Leo is also the house of, as I said, it's the house of children, but it's also for those of you that have taken a risk and maybe stepped out of a relationship. We know that sometimes, you know, with the card of Strength, obviously, maybe you've been, and I'm going to say maybe the trust between the two of you, whoever you were dealing with, was broken, and therefore this is like literal and metaphorical movement, okay, moving into another place that can again be speaking of religion, faith. This could also mean, of course, that you are building, okay, and again, literally or metaphorically, building a safe haven for yourself and maybe even for your children. I don't know where that came from, but it just did. Let's take the Six of Swords here. And we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups could be an adolescent child, but this is an offer, nevertheless, an apology, okay, an unexpected apology or offer of love, or let's get together, or Page of Cups again could speak of newness where love is concerned. And again, this is Pisces. Pisces can mean the ending of a cycle. Now, Pisces can also mean clandestine relationships, but we know that Pisces is a cycle that is closing now, as the equinox is just around the corner, which is the beginning of the astrological year. That's when the sun moves into Aries. So, of course, this does speak of new beginnings, cycles ending. So this could also mean where there were disappointments, you've trusted and you've believed in a certain relationship in your life, and this is the ending of a cycle, okay? And Page of Cups again speaks of newness. Let's take another card on this Three of Pentacles. And we've got the Tower. And the Tower can speak of Uranus, which is sudden, abrupt changes, an epiphany. This can also speak of anything physical to do with the weather, like this could be a storm, this could be a time when there is difficult weather conditions, of course, but this can also speak of, again, that you haven't been in a very stable situation, and therefore this is enlightenment and an epiphany, or even a transformation, because this does also speak of Pluto, and Pluto is rebirth. Let's take one more card since it's the Tower. I personally love the Tower, and the Tower can speak of changes that were necessary to be made. Now we've got a card of fears. We've got dragons here. This could be a card of, you're fearing the worst. Five of Wands, not being on the same page with others, not being, not agreeing on things, because we know that the Tower, which is such a sudden shift, that there may be disagreements, but it's not, usually the Five of Wands is not such a heavy card, and here in the Witch's Tarot I do see it more as fear of change. Okay, Five of Wands is, let's say, five people trying to build on a situation, but they're not agreeing. So let's take one more card, and we've got the Four of Wands here, which is a card of stability and celebration and getting, something to do around the home, something to do with your security and your stability. I would say that with Five of Wands and Four, that's Nine of Wands. For those of you that are dealing with someone that's maybe put up their walls, they're keeping you at bay because of trust issues, they may change their perspective. They may have an epiphany which will bring something more steady for you. For those of you that have suddenly perceived that the situation that you were in, your disagreements, where your values and your beliefs are concerned, this could be a change here, because we know that fives bring in change. For others of you that are leaving some sort of a relationship, any sort of a relationship, and you're dealing with legalities, this could be suddenly that, for those of you that were fearing the worst, suddenly there is an epiphany of something going in your favor, no doubt here. Okay, so also I'm thinking that with the Page of Cups, if this is a child, and especially with the Hermit here, for those of you that have had some sort of a disappointment with your children, this could even be a health matter, could be anything, because the Strength card does ask for an energy where you need to persevere with something, whatever the difficulties here with your children, with a certain child in particular. This is an awakening, but know that your deepest fears will come to an end because of the Four of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, of course, even, that could speak of career. Suddenly, the sudden shift and the indication of what was not working will be working out. And this is very karmic with the Justice card here. I'm going to take just one card on the Hermit. And we've got the Ten of Cups. So whatever this Hermit is doing here, whatever work is being done by the Hermit, this will bring you a lot of happiness. Ten of Cups is huge. It's happy family. It's the end of some sort of a cycle, a family situation, and there is a restart. Okay, so Gemini is actually going through a restart right now, as is everyone in some area of life. With the equinox ahead of us, this again is a point of a new beginning. So know that we're just brushing up, we're ending a cycle. Know that the card of Justice is bringing you into balance and harmony, dear Gemini. For those of you that are dealing with legalities, know that it may be, there could be an epiphany of something that's going to scare you, but in the end it's going to work out on your behalf. Okay, and for those of you that are dealing with legalities or a divorce, know that wherever you're heading to now, okay, whatever relationship you're moving into, this is going to be source of collaboration. It may be a little bit rocky until there is an epiphany, but it's got the indication here that it can be something long-lasting, something that you may be committing to. That's what I see. Now, dear Gemini, because I've got my handwritten cards here, okay, I'm going to take one card as where you are heading to. Now, because we've only got a Page of Cups here, we don't really have a King, we don't have a Queen. I would say that this message is where you are heading towards. So what could the epiphany, the message also be? Let's see. I can't help myself from falling in love with you every day. And this is the Ace of Cups. And this is also the Ace of Cups that the Page of Cups is holding. Now, we've got air energies, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got Libra. The rest of you, of course, it's your own air qualities here. We've got Pisces. We've got Leo. We've got Virgo, Libra. We've also got Scorpio here. Okay. I think I will leave it at that. Now, these could be Sun, Moon, Rising, of course. So it does speak of, with the Ace of Cups, it does speak of a new spiritual connection, maybe even filling your own cup spiritually at this time, so you can, have the strength. Know that also you are being watched, I'm going to say. You are being watched at what you're doing now, and I think that you will receive the accolades. It's going to come suddenly and unexpectedly. And as I said, your worst case scenario, I think, will come to a positive end, dear Gemini. I think you're finding your harmony, so we will leave it at that. Thank you so much for being here. I am wishing you health, happiness, and strength at this time. Much love. Talk to you soon.